how do you plan to manage this all? Because you're not getting paid for it either.
No, I'm not.
And
getting
you're not
paid
going
for
to
it.
build your own dojo, right?
No.
And charge people for it.
No,
So
no, that's not.
how are you going to manage this as you continue to gain and rise in popularity?
Good question. I haven't really thought about it because it's been really organic until now, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So as I can, I've started subscriber services via Instagram. They've come to Japan to Twitter, X. I'm still waiting. And I have a Patreon. So the people that are on those sites and using those facilities will get my time the most. I'll reply back, and anything they want to know, I'll be there to help them out. However,
would that be frowned upon?
No,
You're
because
using
I'm
Patreon.
not teaching anybody online or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just sort of like Kyodo how-tos, and it's the same as my Instagram, but a little bit deeper. It's more of a deep dive, different weapons, this kind of thing. So actually I have a big interest other than just Kyodo.
Sure.
So there's a lot of different traditional, cultural sort of things that are on there. But yeah, so I put a priority for the people who are, making time to pay to support my content.
Correct.
And then it's basically whenever I have time. So I wake up about 5.
Whoa. Hold up. I'm so sorry. You wake up at 5?
Yeah, but if you have kids, you have to feed them breakfast. So it's like
You're talking me out of it actively here. I was like, well, no, maybe I won't contribute to the proliferation of the human race. I don't want to wake up at 5.
Don't get me started on the birth rate. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a different conversation.
But yeah, so I just wake up early and I will do what I need to do. Try to post once a week on my regular social media.
Sure.
But that takes research and fact checking and due diligence, and you don't want to put out false information, that kind of thing. Yeah. So the research takes the longest. I go through DMs at that time. And it's like, hi, are you married?
Yeah.
You get
saw
many
that
of
one
those?
coming.
Honestly, I'm just like, dude, I'm old enough to be your mom. And I have 3 kids, so leave me alone.
Once you've made the sale, stop selling. You're not going to bat them off like that, man. I'm telling you.
I filter through and I find usually people send very serious and very good. I'm going to be coming at this time. I want to do this. Can you help me? Or I love to start Kyodo. I'm in this country. And Kyodo's worldwide.
Sure.
So I'll just get the links, send the links off, International Kyodo Federation, talk to this person. And it does take time for each individual, but I get the most amazing photos. I started Kyodo today, thanks to you. And
that's cool.
Yeah, that's special. That's awesome.
I send used equipment as well to people because it's difficult to get different gloves. It's made of deer skin. A craftsperson makes it. Send it over to Germany. I got my glove. Thank you so much. I love this, man. So it's all just
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
I'm kind of one of those getting warm fuzzies and helping people kind of motivates me.
Yeah.
I'm one of those sort of people. So it's not like how much money can I make, which my husband really, he tells me off about it. He's like, how much money are you getting? I don't know. No, this is for free. And I'm...
Oh, my God.
Because some people will say that through this, and not just tourists or travelers, but even residents here would be taking advantage of you. That's what some people would claim.
I didn't think about that really, but people up until now, in my experience so far, everybody's been very good. Yeah, so I haven't really been taken advantage of, and
That's good though.
It just seems like you've cultivated this really passionate community surrounding Kyoto. So of course there aren't going to be people there with ulterior motives or things like that. I mean, of course they exist, okay,
I'm
but
sure they do.
Generally it seems like the people who are reaching out to you seem to be more genuinely passionate about
very
it.
genuine and very nice. So I want to help them out, and it's just finding that entrance and then sending them a couple of links, and they go and do the rest themselves. I'm not doing everything, They just need to be pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
But when you point them in the right direction, if that dojo has a waiting list and then the other dojo has a waiting list, right? Then what can they do?
So if they're in Tokyo, they can come to me and come and learn. But if they're not, then basically they're in a cycle of applying and waiting.
I see.
Yeah.
And what is the reason why your dojo doesn't have a long waiting list?
It kind of does. So we have first timer tourism spots, people who are from out of Japan, people who live in Japan. it's the first time to try, we can only teach 2 or 3 people at a session.
Correct.
So we're booked kind of a month in advance now. So they put our dojo up on NHK World. So we did a documentary.
I was about to ask you about that as well. Yeah.
Because of this.
Mm.
Damn NHK World. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, because of this, people seeing it, they're, you know, I'm coming to Japan next month. I want to book with you in advance.
Correct.
So because of this and this really positive, you know, effect, it's booked out, basically.
And so that's the part I don't fully understand. It is booked out, and the reason why you cannot have another dojo is because
There's not enough time because it's just me and him, and he's a full-time Japanese salaryman, and I'm
okay.
Oh,
If you had more staff, though, would it be
yes,
fine?
yes,
It's not looked down upon.
yes, no,
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of like a I don't know, snake eating its own tail kind of
Yes,
issue thing, right?
definitely.
Where if they would just
We're
allow,
stuck.
if they let you make money off it, and that wasn't culturally taboo, there'd be more dojos open. You'd grow the number of
Yeah,
people doing it. There
definitely,
wouldn't be any
definitely.
waiting lists.
Yeah.
People are making more money
Yeah.
instead of having to be a salaryman. He can just teach Kyodo all day.
Yeah.
Like-
the thing is with the Budo, especially karate and that kind of thing are different because
Sure.
they become Olympic sports. So I think it's the difference between sport and martial art. The martial art is basically, I guess that's why it's frowned upon.
Can you explain what is the difference between martial arts and a sport?
Well, Olympic event
Okay.
and non-Olympic event. So but you know, Kyodo, there's a very blurred line between sport and martial art. People say it's both, actually.
Yeah,
So betterment of yourself, and that's all it is.
yeah.
And teaching others, giving yourself, volunteering. This is all it is. Don't expect to get paid to teach Kyodo. So actually, we have this thing on Twitter X at the moment. A couple of people, Japanese, who are giving online instruction for, you know, that kids pay for it,
Okay.
and it's become quite I think it's good. I think it's really bad. In the Japanese Kyodo community, it's quite people are up in
Really
arms about.
divisive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you trying to make money off Kyodo? And I'm kind of like, I'm not one way or the other. These kids have their own teacher, but they want extra. And the people who are teaching have been, you know, national team champions and this
Sure,
kind of
yeah.
thing. So they're very good. So yeah, sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent.
No,
but
it was great.
It is in the Japanese community, that sphere of Kyodo, it's talked about a lot as well. Like
see.
it should be a business, or you should be able to make money from it. Why can't we make money from it? Kind of thing. People are arguing about it.
Well, one of the things I find really kind of unfortunate about our position here as foreigners is because we can have an opinion like this that you know, I think is pretty correct, but we can't really be at the forefront of like changing the culture here in Japan.
Yeah, that's
If you're,
true.
if I'm
That's
just
not
like, hey,
gonna
why don't
happen.
you do it? Why don't you be the trendsetter? Like, well, I'm from New Zealand, so probably not gonna be the play if I had to guess.
No.
So, now, that is unfortunate, but
Yeah.
you know. So I figure someone's got to do it at some point, right? Like,
Well, the thing is, it's not really accepted within the organizational structure.
you gotta push to get it accepted as an Olympic event, and boom, done.
Yeah, good point. But maybe not because archery is in there already, you know. So
Yeah, but you
There's
know
always
better than
new
anyone.
sports.
There's clear
Yeah.
difference. But now I
It's
can
gonna
also
take
see
some
that.
time, if
yeah, I mean
anything.
it's
Yeah.
minor
Gonna take
on a
time.
world scale. It's minor.
It-
Yeah.
yeah,
Makes
I
sense.